the questions.
Oh, I forgot my microphone. I'm not gonna ask you.
I mean, you're gonna. Oh, hello, welcome.
Yes, welcome.
Hi. Another beautiful thrifting day here in Las Vegas.
That's right. Hi, I'm Nate.
I'm Giovanna.
This is Hobbs.
We're your favorite thrifters. What are we called? Your favorite resellers. I forgot.
Yeah, we do thrift, but we
Also,
thrift to sell and then pay our bills.
Also,
So,
yeah.
welcome to our channel.
Real money makers.
If you've never been here before, we do videos, haul videos, reselling videos, how-tos.
Yeah, just kind of tips and tricks about our reselling adventures.
Yep, we've been doing it for Giovanna's been doing it for about 10 years. I've been doing it for 4 years. And we don't edit our videos. This is real life. We'll
straight away
shoot to you straight. Today,
we're going to talk about kind of our thrifting process, what we do to help with burnout and etc.
Yep.
What else?
Well, you get a death pile of things, or you go to the thrift and you get a big, huge haul, or go to the bins.
Which is very awesome. You're like, sweet, I got all this stuff.
You separate, and then they just go into piles. And then what do you do?
So we have a few piles.
Yep. So there's a couple things we do to motivate ourselves to get ready to do marathon listings, and we both have different processes in the way we do it.
Yeah. Why don't you talk about
what I do?
So we have a huge. I assume this is on.
Is it on? Yeah, I think I turned it on. Yep. Go ahead.
So we have a bunch of stuff that needs to be listed right now.
Right.
A lot of it isn't very interesting.
No.
Just regular bread and butter types of pieces.
Potato stuff.
Well, meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
So our process.
Donut and maple frosting.
We go to the thrift. We buy a bunch of things that we know will sell.
Right.
We bring them home. We wash them, and then I separate them into categories. So like there's a bag of t-shirts, there's a bag of shorts, there's a bag of polos, there's a bag of sweatshirts,
bag of jeans,
coats, all of the things.
Yep.
Bag of hats, miscellaneous.
Yeah, miscellaneous vintage things we find.
Yeah, vintage stuff or like
what about that one, estate sale we were going to go to? Is that not today? She didn't invite us
back. So we can go tomorrow in the morning if you want, but
no, we're busy tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right.
We have a game. Our first WNBA game tomorrow. Go Aces. Anyway, sorry.
So we have these piles of things, and sometimes it can feel super overwhelming when it's like less interesting things. So, when you get home and you find some cool stuff, you're like, okay, I'll list this right now. That's amazing. I love it. And then you're left with all of the average, mediocre things.
The stuff you got at the last 3 last 3 hauls.
Which is good stuff, but it's just not as fun. So like, how do we make it more interesting? Right. How do we tell ourselves that we need to get things listed, or how do we encourage ourselves to get shit done?
Right.
So tell me your listing process.
My listing. Oh, I thought you hit the mic. I was going to say is this thing on?
What a nerd. I love him.
So my listing process is chaotic. I have piles of things. I need to help with clothes more. I have hats, bags.
You may or may not have determined, may have an ADHD problem. He is medicated, but
not for long.
We'll see.
That's another story.
Yeah, it's easy to get overwhelmed, and then for me, I get overwhelmed, and then I just shut down. It's too much. I can't do it, so I have to do it in tiny chunks.
Yeah, I'm not good at it. I wish I could say that I hop up in the morning at 6 a.m., drink a cup of coffee, go for a walk, and then all of a sudden I'm just in listing mode.
Right.
That is not the way it goes.
It's hard.
That is not reality.
Reselling is hard work.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of motivation. Yep. And when
working
you're self-employed,
for yourself, takes motivation.
It's very challenging.
And I've never been self-employed before. I've always worked for somebody. I've always made them lots of money. I've never tried to do it for myself. Who knew you could afford to pay bills and move to Las Vegas by working for yourself? Who knew?
I did.
Giovanna.
But
it was hard though. But during the pandemic and stuff, and I've always just worked for someone. But hold on, okay. I've always worked for someone. So a lot of people are in the same boat. Like you quit your job because reselling can pay your bills. But then when you get in it, if you don't have a partner like I have, you are going to be.
It's easy to flounder and burn out, and then you're like, "Well, this is so stupid," and then you go back to
working for your job. Yeah, because it's easy. You can count on a paycheck. You don't really have to try all the time. You can kind of limp through your day.
You know what to expect. It's not.
There's lots of things that people do to get through their day without having to do any work, and they work harder at not working than they do if they just work.
Actually work.
Yeah. So my goal has been, ever since that I've started this, is to treat the reselling like I'm going to work. You know, you have a boss that's our boss is our bills. You know, like we have our mortgage, we have all the other things that go with life. So that was always my goal, though, to get up on time, show up to work the however many hours or until the pile's done, and then, you know,
do the next thing,
eat dinner, go to bed, repeat.
Enjoy your life. So. Yeah. But that's the benefit of working from home, is that we're
right. We don't outside, have to do those things.
It's 80 degrees.
It's 87 sunny. Degrees today. We're just watching the bin pickers video, and she said that, I don't remember her first name, but she was in their basement. She had a sweater on, or a soft surrounding, or
like a cardigan, and she's like, it's freezing.
Yeah, so she goes, it's very barefoot dreams. She's very cold in her basement. She goes, we had the heat on because it was so cold. I was like, oh my gosh, we haven't had the heat on in months here.
Not today.
Yeah. Yesterday I actually got in the pool. It was below 70 degrees.
It was a little chilly, but
anyway,
it was so fun.
So what I do now is that I need to have the right environment. We could show you. We'll
do that someday. Here. It's a bit of a mess. Life. It's
best if I have music playing, you know, so I have a setup where it's going, you know, from the computer with a little high dongle thing that goes in there, so the music is crisp, like CD quality. You guys remember that, right? Good quality. No, you don't. Okay, that's all right. You remember rolling around in your cars though in the 90s and pumping your music? Yeah, I should say late 80s, early 90s. Because after that it was adulthood. You couldn't
less pumping of the music.
Couldn't pump your music like you used to.
So we like music. You like.
Yep.
You photo standing.
Yep. Photo standing. Standing. Yeah. Nice. Yep. Or do people photo sitting?
Some people do.
I can't imagine. I would probably put my feet up. That's because of my back. So I have a broken spine that's been repaired a few times. So it's hard for me to sit for long periods. Yeah, but it's hard for me to stand for long periods as well. So anyway, so I like to have, you know, music on. We have playlists. We listen to, if you support artists at all, please download Tidal, use Tidal. Don't use Spotify. Don't use
Amazon Music.
Don't use Amazon. Don't use what's the other one?
The other
Apple, iTunes. Yeah, iTunes, I think they have high quality HD stuff, but they don't pay their artists. Tidal actually has a better pay process for the artists. Like if you listen to Spotify, because all the money goes to the top streamers, Drake and T-Swizzle are getting all the money. For if you listen to contemporary jazz throughout the day on Spotify, you're making Drake rich.
Yeah.
So
it goes in a pool, and then it's divided out by who's the best streamer. So
who has the biggest market share? Which we no, I'm glad we don't do that for reselling. Can you imagine that if they only gave you money for your market share?
That would suck.
That'd be depressing. You got pennies on the dollar. Anyway, so we like to have the right environment. I don't know. Like I don't enjoy the listing process. I know that sounds really entitled.
It is the least exciting part of the process.
I know everybody goes through that. But it needs to be done. It needs to be done. You have to do it and make it fun. So what I do is I get a draft bank, like what people say. Is that what they call it? Mm-hmm. A draft bank. So I list through eBay. They made a change a few weeks ago. You guys saw that with the picture thing.
Those are weird now.
It gave you a box, but then it ended up taking this huge giant photo. Because it makes you wonder though, if that's if that's the process that they are used to, that they take the entire picture and then they save it somewhere.
Yeah. So all this other
all the other stuff so don't ever make sure when you're photoing things you don't have like your underwear and your bras and stuff sitting around or jock straps.
Credit cards.
Bras, jock straps. I know. Credit cards.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything in the your husband or wife's not just naked walking by while you're doing photos because it doesn't matter. I know it doesn't matter. Anyway, so
photo in the app. You use eBay.
I use eBay. I'll do find sell similar so I can be in make sure I'm in the right category. That way it can just get me started instead of trying to do a listing like from scratch, which once in a while you have to do that if you can't find the same item that you have. And I know that as long as you're in the right category, you can change title and all those other things. Jesus, am I boring you?
No, it's like, I think it's just the sun makes me.
Because you're warm, ready to take a nap?
Yeah, I'm ready. I need to take these, get in the
it's hot. Clothes. It's 87 and it's only 10:30.
10, yeah.
So it might be another swim day.
It's amazing.
Today.
We'll give it a try.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. So
and then I do that for the day. So I try to list as many as I can. I have we just did some listings while we were watching thrift videos on YouTube. I
Did some drafts.
I did like 5 drafts, and then I said, oh, we need to make another video so we can have some content for the people who do watch our videos. And thank you, by the way, if you watched.
To the 8 of you.
Yep, if you've looked at them. That's great. And then the next day, I will try to finish those drafts as much as I can. We usually are doing something, not every other day. So, like, if we're not sourcing, we
have an activity.
Yeah, an activity. Like tomorrow is Saturday, so we have a booth at Indie Clover and a booth at Republic Goods, and they're both thrift stores in Las Vegas. One's in Northwest, one's in the Art District, and we have a booth there where we put stuff. And
so Saturday mornings, you go
Saturday morning, 8 o'clock, we go to Indie Clover, and so that gets away. It's like I'm not going to be able to finish listings during that process, right?
We're doing,
and then we have a game tomorrow at 12:30. So, and when we get home, I'm sure I'm not going to want to list. So then again, there I am 2 days removed from when I took the pictures. I still don't have my drafts done, so that's not the most efficient way to get it done. So then I'll have to spend the next day finishing drafts, and then once I get those drafts finished, I don't want to start new ones. I know in my brain doesn't want to. So, but I know I need to.
Like, what a process!
I know, and I need to be more disciplined about getting them done, sitting down, and knowing that it's not just because we did an activity doesn't mean you don't have to do a few hours worth of work.
Right, and all we do is a few hours of work, really, every day.
Every day. Yeah.
Like I try to remind Nate that just do 3 hours of work and then you're done for the day.
Right.
You have the rest of the day to play around, and we can do stuff. We can watch TV. We can go outside. I'm the king of wasting time.
Maybe you guys can relate to that, but I can find, and I feel like I'm those employees that I always bitched about when I worked with them, that they would, like I was saying earlier, about work very hard to do nothing. And I feel like that is me sometimes here. But I feel like everything that I'm doing is fun because I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it. So like playing with the music, listening to that, getting that all set up. I like doing videos. I don't like editing and uploading. Uploading obviously easy.
Right.
We don't like to edit because
it's hard.
That's where burnout comes.
Yeah.
So we have tons of content. We can always make videos and do stuff. So that's a good distraction.
But it is not a moneymaker.
It's not a moneymaker. So, like chatting with the AI about things that are selling, trying to figure out what trends are, what brands to look for, those things. I mean, I know, but I do like that. But that's still, you can get sidetracked really easy.
It can be very time consuming, and then you've done nothing.
Especially if you have TV in the background, that's the worst thing, to have TV on, unless it's videos and you're disciplined enough just to listen. But I'm not. So, and I really don't like listening to thrift videos because it makes me, puts me in a defensive, competitive mode where I think, oh, I wish we were getting things for 59 cents a pound, or how come ours isn't selling, or why did mine not sell? Does my listing suck? And
then you spiral.
Yeah. There's, if you make it this far into the video, if you sell on Poshmark, there's a thing that we just discovered yesterday that's an inactive listings thing.
Pause, because they sent out an email yesterday afternoon that said,
not doing it anymore?
They said, we've noticed that we need to do something better, so we're pausing this for now.
What?
I know. I don't know what they're talking about.
We were panicking yesterday. We had 1,100 listings that were inactive. And so we went back Poshmark, and activate them.
Which doesn't make sense because we share all the time. And so these are not inactive. It doesn't make sense. I think
what they're judging it by is kind of what eBay does. Is if you have nobody clicking on your link and you have nobody liking your item, then it goes, after 60 days, it goes into like this hidden drawer, where you still have it listed and still in your inventory, but nobody in the world knows you have it. So that's a challenge. That's an inventory challenge thing that I think everybody struggles with. Video where you'd have to take out every month 100 items and get rid of them, which should be what you do. But then you'd have to have the right system in place where you would know what's the oldest items. Know what things have been listed forever. I mean, you'll know when you see the item, you go, oh yeah, I listed that forever ago. But what are you going to go through all 3,000 items like we did yesterday looking for a shirt? I don't want to do that again.
No.
I do not want to do that again. And that's what most people don't want to do. They don't want to see the old stuff. They want to list their new stuff and keep going. So you end up, after about 10 years of selling on eBay, if you don't purge your inventory, you're going to end up with 20,000 items. That you're going to be like that Goodwill in California that has 50,000 items listed,
and nobody wants
that there are about 40,000 that no one's been seeing because they don't know how to list. The pictures are shitty. They're listing horrible items, and that's another thing. When you're going through your haul and you see things, you're like, why in the world did I pick this up? But I have to remind myself that we get things so cheap sometimes that that's the reason we take risks on things that may not be great.
Right.
So.
So talk about then the rest of your listing process. We went a little tangent.
So I finish the drafts as I go. I make sure the title is right, pictures get cropped, fill out the item specifics, and then I understand. Yep. Breathe through your mouth, out, breathe through your nose, out through your mouth. And then, so I make sure all the listing part is great, so people can find your items.
As many specifics as you can.
Yeah, and as many as you can to get that little meter filled up. And then make sure the description is not just the pre-owned good. See photos.
Yeah, it's best to have like some information.
At least what the item is, because that Google can find it.
That's how Google will index your items.
Yeah, and I didn't know that, so like my listings, they don't take longer. I just copy and paste the title into the description and then note any flaws or any issues and make sure people know they can message us at any time and have questions about stuff, which that seems to work because we do get a lot of questions on items.
Sure. Sometimes.
Most of the time, most of them they sell.
Yeah.
Turn offers on, make sure the price is somewhat competitive. I know some things I've overpriced in the past because there's people that have the same item you have and they're selling it for $10.
Right.
And they may not have the feedback score you have. They may not have they're not promoting. So maybe your item will still come up first, but you have to sell it based on what they're selling it for. And there's a lot of people out there that think that their items aren't selling strictly based on price. And it has nothing to do with that. It's just that it's so saturated. Like if we have the same New Era, say that NFL, just name a team. I have a New Era flat build Chargers hat, right? It's great shape, no holes, no
crisp
nowhere.
colors.
It's great. You list it, and then you see on there that people have them for $5, $9, $35. And then you're like, where do I put mine? And like, honestly, I think about, okay, so if I was a Chargers fan and I wanted to buy this hat, what would I look for? I don't want to spend more than $20 on a hat myself.
Sure.
And I want one that I'm going to like. I have certain criteria, so I'm not going to be able to find the right one for $20. I never can. Anyway, but if then I look at shipping. I mean, we charge shipping for everything. So, we used to do free shipping. Sometimes we do free shipping. Yeah, because shipping costs have gone way up.
Yeah.
Since gas prices have gone up, and you guys know you're feeling the hit to your pockets as well. And if you don't do shipping right, holy cow, we've had to do like there's been a few things that we've had to ship because we're in Vegas, so we ship to like everywhere. Florida is the worst. New York, Florida, and North Carolina, I see are the most expensive ones. Why North Carolina is so expensive, I have no idea. But I know why New York is, because like the city part, if you send like something to Manhattan, you're going to pay a few dollars more because it's hard to get. Yeah, it's busy. It's hard to get the packages.
Cramped.
Amazon, it's pain in the ass for them to do it. And then anything like on the East Coast from here, like Oregon, Washington, California, we love you, California. Keep buying from us. Those are the cheapest ones. We can keep it under
California
$10.
Is easy.
But we shipped something to Florida the other day that was over a pound, and it ended up being like $11. And I was like, really?
Yeah.
A 1 pound, and we can ship 1 pound items to Texas all day long. Texas, we heart you too, and Indiana. Anything like go like Ohio down.
Yeah.
And then this way on the West Coast,
kind of like this
you
perimeter.
can keep it within $10 of shipping, even if you charge we charge $7.50 for most things.
Yeah.
So let's say it's $9, $10, $11 to ship. Yeah, we took a hit for $4. You don't want to do that all the time, but you're not going to pass it on to the customer. No. That's absurd. That means you didn't plan it right. If you went to your customer and said, "Hey, you owe me $5 more for shipping," you're never going to make another sale again in your life. So take it in the chin, move on, sell your next thing. Yep. Yeah. Because you can't dwell on it, because it's depressing when you think about all the nickel and dime things that is happening when you do a sale through eBay or Posh. 20% gone right off the top.
I know.
And then if you pay
part of doing
extra for shipping, off the top.
Customers.
Yep, that goes out of your profit. You hope to get repeat customers. We hardly ever do unless they buy something right away.
So I think like the 20% that we pay on Posh and roughly 20% that we pay on eBay, like that's advertising.
Right.
They have huge
overhead,
markets.
Insurance,
like those are people that we wouldn't get to otherwise if we had our own website. Nobody knows who we are.
Nobody does. And you can say you can scream Shopify from the rooftop, but if you don't have a following of
Shopify's expensive.
Well, yeah, but if you don't have a following on some social, and you have
you have to invent your own infrastructure for that. Here we have a template. You just upload things.
And you're only going to be popular for a minute.
Right.
Because that's how it works now. I mean, you may get have one good video on TikTok that got 1 million views, and then your sales, go up for a little bit, but then you're going to have to do another one, and hope to get another 1 million viewers. You're always chasing that. Yeah. And so eventually you become so watered down that it's like,
you get burnt out.
You don't even matter anymore. Yeah. So that's the thing too, is like, if you take the steps you need to do in order to not get burnt out, set a time limit for how many hours you're going to list a day.
Right. Have a goal of some sort. Yes.
Pick, the
photo,
actual photoing,
research can take a lot of time. So you need to pull that back in.
That's all time spent. So, I mean, I know Jemima says 3 hours. I like 5 hours seems like that's reasonable, but I need to get up early enough. So the 5 hours is not till 5 o'clock. So, like I'll do a whole day of working, but I really only put in maybe 4 hours of work. Before you know it, it's like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and we don't want to list past that.
Right.
Because it's like, we want to hang out, spend time with each other. We have more games coming up. Saturday's a noon game, so that does. And Saturdays, I still treat weekends like weekends. Yeah. Even though when you work for yourself, there's no day off.
I don't. I work every day.
Yeah. Bothers me to work on Sundays for some reason, just because my brain is like, no.
You don't work that day.
30 years of being indoctrinated, is that the word? Yeah. Into working for someone, you get so used to the 8 to 5, you get the lunch hour, and then you get your weekends, your holidays, your you never get to go home early. That's that
just doesn't sound fun at all.
No, it wasn't like it's fun,
a brain.
But that's what we were taught when we were kids. Every single year we were alive, and that every single day we were told, or it was implied, that you had to get a job when you were done with school.
Well, school is the same as a job. Like, they teach you to get up in the morning.
Right, in the morning,
they teach you have a lunch break.
The whole thing is to get you ready to work in the Ford factory for Henry Ford.
Exactly.
And that's where that came from, if you were wondering.
Do a little research.
Yeah. If you do a little research from the guy who...
education.
Quaker Oats guy, or the Kellogg's guy, and the guy from Ford came together, and then the Rockefellers all came together and said, you know what we need to do?
Let's get
this
industrial.
We have 1 million people at our disposal. And now it's 8.9 million?
A lot of millions.
8.9 million. Sorry, bug. And they said, how can we get these people to make money for us? And we did it. We bent over, we took it, and...
We didn't know.
I'm sorry about that.
That was my boob. Get out of the way. So...
Just went from G to R. We're going to have to bleep that out.
Then you cross them to Nifty.
Yep. And then we use Nifty. I import everything to Nifty. It's just one button, and then it brings them all in, and then I'll list everything to Poshmark. And that's super easy. It's like,
Nifty's a cross lister, and it's really helpful.
It's really helpful. Yeah. We pay like whatever the $100 is for the thing.
It's $90 a month. It's totally worth it.
It's worth it. It's way better than any of the other ones we use.
And then you also have all of your listings in one spot.
Right. So tell me how you do yours, so we can
compare.
We don't have to compare. No, we don't compare ourselves to each other.
And contrast. Like, here's one method that works. Here's another method.
Tell us about your method. Right.
So then I photo all of my listings. I try to do them in batches because that works best for my brain. So I'll grab like a bunch of dresses, a bunch of bras, and I'll photo them all. I write them down on my notepad.
So she photos them just with her camera app.
Yes, just regular phone camera. Gallery. Folder.
Yep. And then she has a notebook, and she writes down what it was, what the number is, and then the measurements. So when she goes to make her listing, she has all those things.
I have it all.
Yep.
So I just do like a whole bank of photos. I'll photo, let's say example 10 bras.
Yep.
I'll write down the numbers, write down what it is, photo the next one, write down the number, write down what it is, photo the next one.
Yep. She photos bags, numbers, puts a number on it, and then puts it in a bag. So we have our inventory is all stored in plastic bags that we get from Uline, or if we find them at the...
we'll start getting them from Granger.
Granger, Uline, one of those places, yeah. And get good ones, because we are always doing this.
Are really bad.
So the numbers will come off, the packages come open, they don't reseal very well. Yeah. And I know the resealable ones are cool, but if you mail those to customers, you're going to have to buy more of them. Yeah. Because a lot of people will store them, but then they take the item out, package it, and then send it, and then keep the storage bag. But that sounds like a lot more work too.
They're not super expensive if you buy them in bulk. There's like 3 cents.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's what she does. She, but this is a whole process. She doesn't just throw it to the side. It gets bagged, numbered, put in, and then we go put the inventory away at some point.
Yeah. So then I've photoed the bra. I've numbered it. I've written it in my notebook. I've sealed it into the inventory bag, put it over here in a pile to be put away for the inventory. And then I will list them. So then I'll sit down and I upload all of my photos directly into Nifty after that, and then I can cross-list Posh and eBay at the same time. eBert, whatever. So I upload them to Nifty. I put in all of my description details. It fills out most of the...
Maybe eBark. eBay and Poshmark together.
Oh, eBark. Let's try that.
That's probably an eBark company that's based on pet toys. Yeah. It's a subscription brand.
Yeah,
so no eBark.
Like it.
Anyway.
Put it in Nifty, and then I cross-list it, push it out to Poshmark and eBay at the same time. eBay sometimes has extra category things that you have to specifically look for in Nifty, but now that I know where to look, I can just do that all in one fell swoop.
Yeah.
And then I delete them all from.
And it works because we sell way more clothes now that we started doing that. So, and I know Giovanna, like the way it's done, it's not her, but it's the process. Nifty listing from, or Nifty making a eBay listing. They don't fill out all the item specifics.
Sure.
So once in a while, I'll go in there and go, "Why is nothing filled out?"
Yeah.
But it's just the way that it gets pulled over.
Right. Transferred from Nifty to eBay.
And as much as eBay says, they'll never find your item if you don't do specific.
We still sell things.
We still sell lots of clothes.
But obviously it's helpful to have most of the things. It just makes eBay happy.
It makes them happy, and it's like so they can catalog it the right way.
Sure.
That's if it doesn't, it probably goes into some big, huge pile of uncategorized items, which you don't want that because who knows what they do with it. They're not going to tell you. They're going to do whatever's saving them server space and money. So you have to remember that they don't care. They don't know your one hat listing, and they don't care that it's been buried at all. So you have to remember to do everything you can that they ask you to do.
Your item.
Yeah, it's your business, your item. It's not eBay's problem or responsibility to do anything.
So
they give you the platform. They give you the customers. Is what the thing we don't have. None of us have that. I don't care who you are, what your following is. You're not Adidas. You're not Nike. You're not Lulu. You're not any of those places. So you have to follow the rules and make your listing.
Even those people, Adidas, Nike, Lulu, whatever. They have a huge marketing budget. They have a huge advertising budget. That we're not those people.
No, we're
not going to be those people.
So we just carve out our little area. Don't. I was going to say, don't say the other word. No. It's not I hate that word. Nook. Carve out your little space where you have your items that you're good at, and the more that you pick up that
you're going to be better at it.
Things that she knows, and she's been doing it for now 10 years, and she's super smart. So she just absorbs things super fast. And knows brands, and she'll see a brand. She'll see a brand one time. She'll see a brand once. Somebody will mention it in a video, and just locked in. Like one time, I mentioned some pair of jeans that we needed to look for, some brand, and Giovanna goes, "Oh yeah, that's a pair of jeans you said the other day," and I didn't remember. I don't remember it. I still don't remember it. I don't remember it now, obviously, but it didn't set in my head. It did not, because I think, oh yeah, when I'm at the thrift, I should look at these jeans. I know I've taken away from what you said. Nobody wants to listen to me babble on about it. But example, I'll go to the store and I'm looking through pants and like, what am I looking for? What am I looking for? I just look for a feel, something to go, hey Nate, this might sell. Emotion? Like, come on. So you have to go in with the knowledge of things, and that's why Giovanna picks up the things she picks up. She knows she's either sold it before or knows it will sell. I normally will see something and go, oh, that's unique, or I know they don't make this anymore. I know someone will want this, and it may only be 5 people in the entire country that are looking for this one item.
One of them is Nate.
But
so like, this is awesome.
So I'm gonna, trust me, I will find it. Old basketball stuff, vintage things like that. Nike,
that is definitely things that you should look out for. And I do see things, and you have some emotional connection to it, and so I know other people are going to have an emotional connection too.
Yeah, like something nostalgic. You know, obviously things from the 90s, 80s, 90s
and
for
you're
me.
Like, oh, that's awesome. I want that. We didn't have money back then. We have money now, so I can buy cool shit.
Yeah, exactly. So like a lot of the things we picked up in the last year and a half to 2 years are things that I'm like, oh my gosh. I have a Sony Discman that doesn't work very well on current batteries. Yeah. So I need they have a spot for an AC adapter, but how many people had Sony AC adapters back then? No, we were on the move. That was the whole point of having a Walkman. If you had a Discman, Walkman. I think I might even have a Walkman, not a Sony one, but I'm not going to get rid of it because it's a piece of history that I look at and go, oh man, that reminds me of a good time or a fun time in my life. Yeah. Even though they skip really bad, and like even now, like we tried to play. I hooked up, like one of those line to line things to a speaker. and was trying to play one of our Theory of a Dead Man CDs.
It does not work well.
And it was like, but you played for a minute, and then like, you know, like it starts going crazy because it's dirty. It's been around for...
It's delicate.
Yes, over 30 years.
Technology.
Delicate electronics, even though it was well made. At this point, no. Anyway, so
they're not made
my point is that, you know, when you have that feel of, oh, hey, there are other people that will have that same feel. So
that's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. Just be reasonable.
Yes, keep that in mind, that just because it's really awesome to you doesn't mean it's going to sell for a lot, but it does mean that it will find a home.
Right.
So if you can pick it up for relatively cheap, and like find someone who will love it.
And you have to be the right size. I mean, picking up medium t-shirts is a losing battle.
It's a challenge.
Size medium t-shirts.
Well, women wear medium t-shirts.
I know, but there's so much like water weight.
T-shirts are easy.
All these people that are losing weight, people that are gaining weight to be bigger, they can't even wear t-shirts. You always wonder why muscle guys are always wearing tank tops. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about those guys that are massive. The real tank top, yes, and that's all they wear. They wear the iron lung, iron gym of irons. I'm not sure what that shirt is.
Probably not iron lung.
Yeah, but
iron.
They wear those because extra large isn't going to fit those guys. They'll rip right out of it. Yeah. Even if you cut off the sleeve, they have to like cut it all the way down to the bottom, so it's like a half, like a loose. They're wearing a kite for a shirt or a sail, boat sail as a shirt.
Yeah, I can see it.
So like, you know, you see something, go, oh my gosh, I had this t-shirt when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But it's a size medium and it's shrunk and the sleeves are all bunched up. You're obviously not going to pick that up unless you're going to make some art thing out of it. But trust me, you won't.
It'll just go in a pile.
It'll go in a pile and then you'll be, oh man, I didn't do it. Yeah, it'll mock you and you'll just feel worse about it. So that's the thing too, is like, I feel like my inventory sometimes is mocking me about, not actively, but it's subconscious on a subconscious level. Yeah. And that's still sitting there. Like, why is that still sitting there? You should list it. Yeah. Stop looking at it and list it.
Just do it.
And like, why? I have this bag in here. It's a duffel bag. It's huge, right? I think that's the only reason I haven't listed it yet, because my photo station is mainly for hats, bags, purses, belts.
It's like a 24 by 24 cube space is what you use.
And we picked out that we actually have a nook that's been built into the house. House built in '92.
Perfect.
So it's got this nook in there that I made this. The t-shirt board, that I just put a piece of white fabric on it and shoved it in there, and I made it so it fit perfectly in there. And so now there's a photo station right there. Little nook. Yep, and I have 2 lights that I use that are subpar, but it's fine. It's good enough. Good enough. Yeah. So
I usually hang things, like they built me this like PVC kind of backdrop. So I will hang dresses, bras, tanks, t-shirts, shorts, all of those things. And then I measure them with a fabric measuring tape, not a regular measuring tape, because they're not the same. No.
So that little roll-up one what should be a fabric.
The roll-up is a fabric, not like
the regular one.
What are the ones?
Why are they different? Measurements are measurements.
Yeah, fabric is different though than you're measuring like wood or something flat and straight.
12 inches is still 12 inches.
It is.
Okay.
But fabric measuring
4 inches is 12 in our house.
Did you wink?
No, I just went like this.
I did a wink.
Oh, I don't know how to wink. I have never had. Yeah, that's. I mean, that's like an over exaggeration. I want to be one of those people like we watching the Aces video, and who was the girl? Who was the one who could wink? She winked, and it was like she was just too cool for school. Probably Asia.
Yeah.
We went to the screening of their documentary.
It's really cool.
If you're one of the assholes out there that is telling female athletes,
anyone ever,
telling them to go kill themselves because they missed a basket,
you need to get your life right.
Yourself.
Yeah.
For real. Those poor girls. They were like, even of all people, Asia mentioned it, and she's got 1 billion followers, and then somehow the one that said kill yourself floated up to the top.
That's
Don't be a jerk.
Don't be rude. Nothing is that serious.
No, and we've all worked very hard to get where we are in our lives. And some people have had it easier than others. And I'm talking to you jerks who sit behind your keyboards or your computer screens and make threats and are racist and sexist and just jerks.
Don't be assholes.
So don't be assholes. There's too many. There's already enough assholes in the world. We don't need more. We need more good people. So
be nice.
I know that's not our followers, our viewers, but if you guys know of anybody that's doing that, give them a stern finger shaking. Yeah. Let them know what's up.
Pop them in the jugular.
Yeah. So anyway, then we get our you
So I like to do things in batches. Right. So I will grab a bag of t-shirts or a bag of pants or a bag of something, because when I'm doing the measurements, it's easier for me to do the same thing over and over again, as opposed to photoing a hat and then photoing a shoe and then photoing a dress and then photoing a t-shirt and then photoing an electronic.
Right. I got to tell you though,
easier on my brain to just do the same thing over and over again for 10 or 20 items.
Was that t-shirts yesterday or day before?
Yesterday.
No, it was day before. It was t-shirts.
Yeah.
And I only got 10 done, and it took me forever to get 10 done, which it shouldn't have.
It shouldn't. But I mean, you should be able to do a listing in under 30 seconds.
That is absurd. There's no way you can actually find the item, to find a like item in 30 seconds. I know that's not how you do it, though.
No, I do it differently than you.
Yep. Like you trust that eBay's going to... Is that generate a new listing, or they don't find when Nifty doesn't?
It generates a new listing.
New listing. So that's interesting. So I'm sorry. My brain went to the. Is that a better way to do a listing than to sell one like this?
It's more time efficient.
Not just that, but like, does it show up better? Because honestly, your items I've been selling more than mine. Like, if you didn't cross list, we wouldn't sell anything on eBay.
I mean, I imagine because it's a newly indexed item, as opposed, I don't know how eBay's indexing process works, but
they won't tell.
Nobody does.
Yeah.
But if you're selling similar, I would imagine whatever ranking that similar item is where you're going to start, rather than
if you do your own.
If you do your own. So like if you pick the one sell similar that had been on eBay for 4 years and sold for $8, like they're going to be like, oh, this
so why does eBay recommend to do it that way? Do they really recommend it, or does everybody else recommend to do it that way?
I don't know that they recommend it.
Oh my goodness! So I think I'm gonna try something. Hopefully, I won't forget that I said this to you guys. I'm going to do some of the listings that might want to do new drafts.
Hi, bestie.
So I'm still finishing my t-shirts and a few of the things that I listed yesterday.
Okay.
I had some shoes and I did 5 things. I only pictured 5 things.
You're so handsome.
So
what are you thinking?
So once I'm done with these drafts, I'll my next new photo thing, I'm going to do original listings. Go right to sell an item. Click on that thing and then just pick my own category. Because I always pick my own titles anyway.
Right.
I erase whoever's... I don't use your title. If I find your item on there and I do sell one like this, I won't use your title. Because your title
is usually
trust me, it's not going to be very good. And I know we all have our opinions on whose title is best and what 3 words, pre-owned, all the things like should go into a title. Brand, sex, and size is normally what I try to do in the first 3 words, or if whatever the words I think that are like, vintage Nike. I feel like that would be a keyword. I know a lot of people don't search vintage. They'll just, I don't know. They just type in 80s and then Nike, which 80s has apostrophe and it's not a real word. So my brain says that's not how that works. But I don't know if it does or not. I could be way off.
So I think what you should do, I want you to try. I think you'll get super frustrated with the new eBay item listing that way. I don't know.
Oh, because I have to pick out all the specifics myself.
Yeah. So I think, I want
feel
you
like
to
I do them anyway.
Nifty. I want you to do it in Nifty.
I don't trust Nifty I see the pictures that are brought over and they're a square within a square and it looks weird.
You can edit them.
To me. No, but I'd have to go back into every listing and then crop again. I already cropped once. I don't need to crop again.
But if you're doing it in Nifty, you're going to crop anyway.
Right, but when it brings it over, it
changes the photo. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, it changes the photo. No, it includes an extra background, so it has your background in a background.
I see.
So the picture to me looks weird.
Tacky.
But I know that's not what people. To me, though, my brain says no. It needs to be fresh, one background, original, because it looks like it's a copy of my picture.
So a
copy of my picture is going to be a less crisp picture as well, because they're not using high quality images. They use low quality because it saves server space. They don't.
So try. We'll see how it works. Try
I can't imagine how big their server farm is for eBay.
I'm sure it's
and Google's
probably like the size of the ocean,
or the NSAs. Just massive.
Any of those.
Like they go down, just keep going down further underground.
Yeah,
and then they go above ground.
Right.
Like, what else are we gonna do? Let's just start building ones
in
everywhere.
The mountains,
and so you have people are finally starting to say, hey, whoa, we don't want a server farm over here. I mean, I know that they take up electricity. They're loud. They have to be loud, right? They have to buzz, make a buzzing noise.
It's like
it steals power from your neighborhood. Yeah, they need water. Yeah, water is another thing.
All of those things to cool it.
It's a huge environmental issue. Just to store our blurry photos from 10 years ago that you've never looked at again.
Right.
I take so many videos that I've never looked at, and I always
Nobody does.
I can go back and look. Why? Why?
Well, and if you do go back and look at it, you're like, well, that was real shitty.
Yeah, right? It's like a 13-second video of shit quality at a concert to prove I was there.
That. Yeah.
I know it's fun, and it's like that's what we want to do because that's what we've always done, but in the moment I know, but I do regret, we went to a UNLV, a 1990 UNLV basketball team meet and greet.
It was a documentary
and they had the whole team up there. It was so fucking amazing. Greg Anthony was there, Stacey Ogman, Larry Johnson, Anderson Hunt, Moses Scurry was right fucking there. And these are guys that I followed their entire careers. I know Moses and Anderson didn't have long careers, but they're still amazing to legends to me. Legends in Las Vegas, legends in basketball. They were, and they both went through their similar path that a ton of athletes have gone through. Sure. Like, you're an amazing college basketball player. You should be a great pro. In theory, but there's like a timing, a roster, what the league needs right now, kind of a mentality. So Anderson was only 5'10". Yeah. The guy could jump out the fucking gym. He could shoot from anywhere. Once he was in the gym, he was in range. They used to say that about Todd Day, but I was funny. Anderson Hunt. As soon as he was in the gym, he was in range.
Talking to you, Anderson.
Yep. And so he got drafted by the Celtics, but because he was short and they were guard heavy at that time, and they had all their guards were over 6 foot, and then Rick Pitino was the coach, and Rick was like, "Oh, I don't need this kind of distraction." These, there was a grudge held against all of those guys coming out of college. All
they
of
were
them,
like the because they were flashy, cool kids.
Flashy, loud, brash, rich. Mm-hmm. They flaunted this in the face of the NCAA. They broke all the rules. And nobody was holding them accountable at the time, which, I mean, I don't care. Do you care? I don't know. No, it was the 90s. Come on. Everybody was doing it. That's
what do you regret? Do you regret not doing
get a picture with them.
Oh.
Yep. I took pictures of them on stage. Group. Yeah, but I should have got a picture with Larry and Stacey, and I was right there. I could have grabbed one of them. They were right there. Larry Johnson was right here. Like that far away. And I know
you didn't want to be
he's just a dude. I didn't want to be that guy because the guy that was there with his kid was like, I just need one more autograph. That's all he was there for. Yeah. He just needed Greg Anthony's autograph on something, and Greg does not sign things because Greg he knows better. Arguably the most famous of the group, or the one who's worked, or not the most famous, but the most. His face is everywhere. He's always on ESPN. He's always doing doing games. Always. So.
Well, we just get lots of pictures of them.
Yes. Yeah.
And it was super cool to be there.
Awesome. And I wish I'd have got the picture with them. I don't know why I went on that tangent, but
that's all right.
Yeah, that's how most of our videos end.
That's true. So what other things, like how to keep when you get a little bit burnt out and struggle to get all of your listings
Man,
done?
It is hard. And I struggle just with it mentally.
It is a challenge. So what I do is I will grab one bag of something. I have to get all of this stuff photoed today.
Right.
You have to get all of this stuff.
Yeah, I don't even see it that way. I think there's no way I would do that to myself. Why would I put that on myself? You need to finish this today, because then if you don't, you're going to be a failure.
I don't even think that far ahead.
I do. Because I know that I won't get it all done. Yeah. I just already know that.
Mm-hmm.
But
you know it because you're not.
If I do, but if I set, if I know that if I just do one item and then a couple hats, or a hat and then a couple items, and that's why I bounce, because it adds up fast. Yeah. So if I can incorporate hats into listings,
those are quicker.
The little things, they're quicker, way quicker. Better at it.
Nose them.
I know they don't all sell. We have like 300 hats that are considered stale inventory. But I know that they're all hats that people are going to want at some point, because they're
Why don't we just take a whole bin of them to Republic?
We will. Okay. Yeah, I think it'll be something that we do. Yeah. So we can price them all and put them in a bin, and then people can just sort through it.
Okay,
but I don't know how much hats. I don't think hats sell a ton there. I think your dresses and stuff that sells at Republic. We're going to do a T-shirt thing at Indy Clover this week. So we're booth 18, 19,
59 at Indy Clover, 18 at Republic.
We're 18 at Republic Goods. That's in the Art District on Main Street, and then booth 59 at
Indy Clover
Centennial. It's on Craig Road. I think Craig Road. Yeah,
it's in Las Vegas. Side. There's one in Henderson too, but
it's the one in Las Vegas.
Yeah, there's only the one.
It's right next to a fan store, not fan as in sports, but as in like a legitimate fan, and a gun store. Or in a restaurant, a Mexican restaurant.
Which is very good.
And then a smoke shop, and then the gun store.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a weird location. That's why when I first went into it the first time we went, I was like, I don't like this. But now that I've been there, I understand it.
Well, and most everything in Vegas is in strip malls anyway. Right. So you're going to have like random, cool. But
it's so weird. Like, we go to this one thrift store, which I really like this thrift store. They have a lot of old stuff. Their prices are a little stupid. But
which one?
That one that's by the glass shop, by the...
They're called the yard sale store.
Yard sale store, and they have like the
rooms,
some kind of restaurant where
there's two like
taco
places or something. Flan.
I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter
Close
what it is. Somebody's
but it's weird, and then there's like a garage over here, and then
tax place. Around the corner. Yeah,
probably a
barbershop.
Yeah, all the randoms.
It's so funny how that is.
All right, well, hopefully you got some information out of this video. I don't know how long it is now.
It's probably about 30-some minutes.
Okay. So we need to get working. Fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
This is working.
No.
I have to finish my listings, and I will finish them. You have my word.
You're going to try this new system, so we'll report back on the new system.
I think it's going to be the same anyway, like it was. Because I have to change everything anyway in most people's listings. Because most people's listings are shit.
Yeah, most of it's wrong, but...
And I'm sorry if your listings are shit. Don't take it personal. I'm not talking about your listings necessarily. So.
It's just there is a lot of stuff out there, and like certain things work and certain things don't. But you all have to learn and try. So.
And when you find you have a new tag item that you find and you think yours is cool and it's old and a little rugged and it's vintage, and then you go to eBay and you see a brand new one from the same era being sold for $18, and you're like, how am I going to sell a used one?
Well, I would like to point out, however, that we sell things over other people all the time.
I know we do. But I forget about that too. But I don't want to price myself out of things by...
No, but like if it sells, like there's a reason why that one's only $18 and nobody's bought it.
Yeah.
Like our listings are better. We have better descriptions. We have better photos, measurements.
A better reputation. Javana's had an account since '98, so we use that account. And we
have 100% feedback.
Right.
So
we just had a negative one removed because some guy had it out for us. He bought an item, got it free shipping, gets it to the post office, and does the return while he's at the post office, and then makes them print the label for him.
Doesn't even open it.
Back. He opened it and looked at it and made some claim that there's no fabric tag, which he already knew because he looked at the pictures. Yeah. No fabric tag, and it's polyester, not straw.
What I hate about eBay. It's like you have to just allow
that was not true.
For anything.
And I was like, why would you do that? And he went straight to negative feedback.
It's real shitty.
Like right to it, as soon as he could. And he's like, they tried to fool me and trick me, and I haven't got a refund. And it's like, dude, I haven't even picked it up from the post office yet. So I emailed eBay, and they removed it right away.
So another thing to keep in mind is that like feedback, you can't take it personally.
I know. Yeah, that's true.
Nate will get on these. I do too. Like I will see someone's return and be like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's wrong.
Feedback bothers me more than returns do. But returns bother me because it's like...
we have to pay extra for it.
Yeah, we pay the return.
So it's like, well, you've already lost money on the sale. You're losing money.
Yeah, and the guy has not shipped this one item. We have another return that just happened yesterday. And it doesn't matter why he's returning it.
Just hurry up and
get it back to us. I'm like, okay, you didn't want it, fine, get it in the mail, but it's not in the mail yet.
I prefer that. Like I changed my mind about this. It's better than it's broken. It's wrong.
You suck.
Item not as described.
You
damaged. You tricked me.
Yeah, that counts against your seller.
Yeah, it's a whole thing that people don't even. And we're not Amazon. Like we don't do free returns.
No, not Amazon.
Shit is expensive.
Yeah. So just because we do offer, it doesn't mean we have a store or like this $1 million backing.
Yeah. No, we pay for every single item. We have
tens of dollars.
Maybe on a good day.
Yeah, because resellers, you guys know, some months are better than others. I mean,
and then
it's summertime's coming, and everyone says sales slow down in summer. I don't think they do. Not for us, they don't.
No.
We have like slow months, but not seasons like that. No, because we try to do things that are all year round. And we list shorts during winter, sweaters during summer.
All the things. You never know what someone wants.
You never know if somebody's going to Iceland for vacation.
Yeah.
Or...
their weather is colder.
Yeah. In New Zealand right now, it's winter.
Yeah.
So if you're going to New Zealand, you're going to need a sweater.
And we got it for
you. And we have a few sweaters.
Just listed a couple cashmeres.
A couple mohairs, a couple of cashmere, lamb, rabbit, whatever you want.
Yeah, all the furs.
Goat. You want a goat hat? And we've got goat hats.
Have a goat hat. I don't know.
It's a rat hat. We have a rat hat. It's Russian. It's a Russian hat. It's supposed to be mohair, but it's a rat hat.
Also known as. All right. Thank you guys. Check out our stores.
Like this one.
Comments, questions.
Hey, it's the Ass Man. You know it.
All right. Gotta go. Bye-bye.
Links are below if you want to visit our inventory, see what we're talking about. If you have suggestions or coming to Vegas and want to go thrifting, let us know. We'll meet up.
There's lots of cool spots here.
Yeah, lots of things and if you don't want to meet up, we can just tell you where to go.
Awesome.
Like, hi.
Thanks.
All right.
Have a great day. Bye.
See you. Good luck listing.
Bye-bye. Get to work.
Handle that death pile.
Look at those birds.
And that's a wrap. What birds?
Over there.
Yeah. You guys want to see birds? Sorry. The thing is locked. Let's unlock the exposure. There we go. There he is. Bird. And that is our pool. It is only 70 degrees, and you guys don't care. So we are out.